Hey everyone, good morning. Good morning. I'd like to present myself. My name is Lucas Caixeta, that means box in Portuguese. I'm actually from Brazil, but I'm living and working in Lisbon. In a Okay, thank you. And I'm living and working in Lisbon in a company called OLX. It's a classifieds company, part of Naspers Group. And I'm working currently in a React app called Tradus Pro. That is a business tool from Tradus, a company that sell heavy machinery. So, how many of you guys know a little bit about Coding Dojo? Who? Only one. And how many participate? I think only one, too. But, so I will present this, and I will say what is and what isn't Coding Dojo. And to start, Dojo means a place that we train something, like we fight something, like karate. And we, as a programmer, we need to practice something. And it's not on to practice and on to competition. It's not a competition or a show. It's not a place that we show that we are best than each other or only to show our potential. The environment in a Coding Dojo session, it's inclusive, so everyone in the company can join and participate. For example, we are programmers, but if someone of the HR team want to know or learn about some language and want to program, they can join to this Coding Dojo session. And it's a safe place because if you don't know how to program, you don't need to be shy. Anyone in the Code Dojo session will worry about your limitations or about your knowledge. And it's very collaborative, so everyone in the Code Dojo session will share knowledge. You will be never alone. So in a Code Dojo session, we practice a lot of pair programming. I will explain in the next slides how the methodology works, but pair programming is essential in a Code Dojo session. And we practice TDD, is tests. We do all based in tests as small as possible, and we write first all the tests that will be failed because we don't have the implementation yet. And we will implement until every test work, and we will refactor the code because at the beginning our code is so ugly, so we need to look again and do our best to have a good code. So if you don't do tests, something may goes wrong. So if you don't know how to do tests, participate of a Coding Dojo session may help you a lot. And as I said before, we'll do step by step, as small as possible. We don't have time to do huge things, so we broke all the logic, all the game or whatever we do in a Code Dojo session in small parts, and these parts will be doing as small as possible. And the requirements to do or to create a Coding Dojo session is to have a comfortable meeting room. That picture is, I think, in Malaysia, in one of our officers, and a computer, one computer per Coding Dojo session. And people like me and like you that want to know more about code and want to know about more about TDD. And at Lisbon, every time that we have a Coding Dojo session, we have some pizzas or something to eat after the Coding Dojo session. Kata is an exercise. It means exercise. That will be what we would do in the Code Dojo session, because we have many types, many kinds of kata in a Code Dojo methodology. I will explain the two most interesting. That is a Handori kata that consists in a group of people that want to to participate of a Code Dojo, and we have only one computer in the room. And we have a pilot and a co-pilot that will do a pair programming until the time is over. The time is between 5 and 7 minutes. And after that time, one of the audience will join to be a co-pilot, the co-pilot will be a pilot, and the pilot go to the audience. And this flows until everyone codes. And a prepared kata is a little bit different. A person or a person and a co-pilot will prepare everything before the presentation. We'll do all the tests before, and we'll present step by step the exercise from the beginning until the end, or until the time is over. The steps of a Code Dojo session is a problem choosing. It's about 5 until 10 minutes before. The problem discussion, you will create a to-do list of all items that will be tested in a session. And then you start your codes from 1 to 2 hours. It depends of the time that you have with your friends or of the company give to you. And we do a retrospective that we see what was good and what was bad in that time, what we learned and what was not so good. And we had a Code Dojo session at OLX in Lisbon. It was pretty nice. In the beginning, people are so shy because not everybody knows how to test. And in the first moment, they said, I just want to see, I don't want to participate because I don't know how to code very well, I don't know how to test. But after we start, people saw that it's not so in an aggressive environment. Everyone is helping each other. It's very good moment, and the problems everyone is having together, and everyone is helping each other. So we started, and it was pretty good. We did using Golang. Only one person in the Code Dojo session knows more about Golang, but it was pretty nice, and we learned a lot. And that's a little bit about our session. And I will open for questions. I don't know if you have curiosity about Code Dojo, but if you have, I will try to explain. My English, as you are seeing, is not so good, but I will try to do my best to share a little bit. So if you have questions.
Everybody's working on only one code base, only one code, or?
The idea is a group from 8 until 10 in the maximum. You choose the idea, create a game or create a system, a small system, and that's it. It's not a language based. You choose the language, but the idea is not the language in itself. It's to learn something, or the logic, or a new algorithm, and to share knowledge. Yes?
Is there a difference between coding dojo and a hackathon?
Yes, hackathon, small groups do a challenge and present that challenge, but it's a competition. And in this case, it's not a competition. It's to share knowledge. So it don't mind if you don't know the language or don't know how to code, but the only pre-requirement that you need to have is want to learn something new. So it's a kind of different of a hackathon, because it's a competition hackathon. That's it. Yes?
How do you choose the assignments? Is it always something that nobody knows or only one person knows, or it could be a very well-known topic?
There is a website called Kata Exercise or Dojo Katas. There is many topics that you can choose one and discuss with your friends. And after choose, we start to develop. That's it. I will share on my Twitter a post that I did on Medium. That I have many references about the subject. And in there is a website with many exercises that you can retrieve some information and some ideas to do with your colleagues or at work, maybe. Okay. So feel free to follow me on Twitter, and thank you.